How many phone numbers do you know by heart? 1. Maybe 2. Now imagine a person who could store an entire library in their memory. Sound impossible? Yet, just a few thousand years ago, that is exactly how everyone lived. Before the advent of writing, memory was the only place where knowledge existed. There were no books. There were no libraries. There was no cloud storage. Everything humanity knew was inside the human head. Some people could recount stories tens of thousands of lines long without a single mistake. They memorized genealogies, laws, roots, medicines, because to forget meant losing that knowledge forever. And then an event occurred that changed the human brain forever. Humans learned to store knowledge outside their own memories. First on clay, then on papyrus. Next came books. And with them, something far greater than history changed. The most surprising thing. Some thinkers considered it dangerous. Plato recounted a story about a king who warned. Writing would make people forgetful, because they would stop exercising their memory. 2,500 years ago, that sounded absurd. Today, it no longer does. Each new technology repeated the same process. Books, libraries, encyclopedias, computers, the internet. We were becoming smarter, but we were remembering less and less. Imperceptibly, memory began to slip away from us. We left more and more information outside. In books, on paper, on hard drives, in the cloud. For the first time, our brains gained the ability to forget. And something strange happened. We stopped asking, "What do I know?" Now we ask, "Where can I find it?" The internet has become the collective memory of all humanity. Billions of people no longer store knowledge. They store the path to knowledge. That is precisely why you easily forget phone numbers, birthdays, addresses, even a shopping list. Because the brain knows. The phone will remember everything for it. Scientists call this cognitive offloading. It is when the brain stops storing information because it is confident that the data can be quickly retrieved. It isn't laziness. It is an adaptation. Notice how often, instead of trying to remember, you immediately turn to search. You trust the internet more than your own memory. And now, artificial intelligence has arrived. It is already remembering, analyzing, explaining, and even thinking alongside us. This may well be the beginning of the greatest transformation of human thinking in history. Each new invention freed the brain from the need to remember. But at the same time, we gradually ceded some of our abilities to technology. And this process is continuing right now. Perhaps the main question is no longer how much knowledge a person holds, but rather, what will remain within us if, one day, everything where we are accustomed to storing our memories were to vanish? For perhaps, humanity's greatest library never sat on any shelves. It was always inside our heads.